Chosen one. You are not here by accident. Heaven has summoned you to this very moment. The Spirit of the living God has orchestrated your steps so that your eyes, your ears, and your heart would align with this word. A holy mandate has just been released over your life, and the heavens are waiting for your response. You are standing at the threshold of a supernatural wealth transfer, a divine redistribution prepared for those who have been faithful, tested, and refined by fire. This is not about chance. This is destiny unfolding in real time. Chosen one. God is saying, move now. The time for waiting is over. Every delay has expired. Every hindrance is being broken. The resources of heaven are aligning with your obedience. You are about to see provision appear from unseen places and favor pour from unexpected hands. As it is written in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, the vision is for an appointed time, and the appointed time is now. Lift your head, anointed one. The call has been sounded. The heavens are open. You are the vessel, the carrier, the chosen steward of divine abundance. Step into your assignment. The mandate is holy. The moment is now. Chosen one, listen closely. This is not just another moment scrolling through a video. This is a divine interruption. Heaven has stopped you here because a holy assignment has been released over your life. You've been sensing it already, that stirring in your spirit, that restless feeling in your heart that keeps whispering there's more. Move now. You've been asking God for confirmation, and this is it. The command has gone forth. The time to act is now. God is not waiting for you to feel ready. He's waiting for your yes. The supernatural doesn't respond to human readiness. It responds to obedience. Every time you step out in faith, the entire atmosphere shifts in your favor. I've seen it. I've lived it. There were seasons in my life where everything looked impossible, when I didn't have the money, the connections, or the clarity, and yet the moment I obeyed, heaven made a way. That's how divine alignment works. You move, and God moves with you. The truth is, chosen one. Heaven has already prepared the path before you. You don't have to manufacture this breakthrough. It's not about forcing doors open. It's about walking through the ones already unlocked. Every resource you need, every person, every opportunity, every ounce of strength is being positioned right now. But the key is movement. Movement activates manifestation. Faith without motion is just imagination. And I know sometimes obedience feels like walking blindfolded through fire. You want guarantees, you want clarity, you want to know if it'll all work out. But that's not how faith works. Faith is trusting that even when you can't see the path, the one who called you already paved it. God never gives a mandate without supplying the provision. He never calls a chosen one to a mission without sending the help that mission requires. You are not walking into uncertainty, you are walking into divine order. I've learned that delayed obedience is still disobedience. I felt the heaviness of hesitation, that inner tug of war between spirit and fear, and every time I delayed, the opportunity faded. Heaven moves in divine timing, and those windows do not stay open forever. What you're feeling right now, that pull in your chest, that urgency in your soul, that's the sound of your spiritual clock striking now. Chosen one, remember, when you step, God steps. When you move, the angels move. When you speak in faith, creation responds. The same divine force that split the sea for Moses and opened prison doors for Paul is standing behind you, waiting for your command of obedience. If God is for you, truly for you, who or what could possibly stand against you? That's not theory, that's your assurance. This is not a season for hesitation. This is a season for holy boldness. Like Esther, you've been positioned for such a time as this. Your influence, your voice, your gifts, none of it is random. Heaven has placed you strategically in this moment, this generation, this location, for a reason. And yes, the assignment may look bigger than you. It should, because it's meant to showcase the size of the God who sent you. You are not ordinary. You were not chosen to blend in or wait until conditions feel perfect. The world is shifting, destinies are unfolding, and the kingdom is advancing. Your yes carries weight not just for you, but for every life connected to your obedience. Someone's deliverance is waiting on your movement. Someone's miracle is tied to your yes. So pause right here and breathe. This truth in heaven is waiting for your obedience. The call is active, the window is open, and the Spirit is saying, move now. Don't overthink it. Don't delay. Your next act of faith will unlock what years of striving never could. This is your Esther moment, chosen one. Don't stay silent. Don't wait for perfect conditions. You were born for this hour. The call is sacred. The mandate is holy. The time is now. Chosen one. I need you to hear this with your spirit, not just your mind. The mandate that God placed on your life is not a suggestion. It's a divine order sealed in heaven, waiting for your agreement on earth. When God speaks a command, it is already done in the spiritual realm. The only thing left is for your obedience to pull it into the physical. That's why this moment feels so charged, so heavy with importance, because heaven has already moved, and now the earth is waiting for you to move too. When you hesitate, heaven waits. When you obey, heaven accelerates. The rhythm of divine timing flows through your response. And this anointed one is why the enemy has tried so hard to distract you lately. It's not random. The chaos, the confusion, the fatigue you felt, it was all designed to make you delay your movement. But you are wiser now. You are aware. The fog is lifting, and the fire within you is being reignited. You must understand something deep. Obedience isn't just about following orders. It's about unlocking destiny. Every time you say yes to God's instruction, you activate a chain reaction that impacts generations. Your obedience carries generational consequence. The blessings you release today will flow into the lives of your children, your family, your community, and beyond. What God births through your obedience will outlive you. When I first stepped out in faith on a word that made no sense, I remember shaking with uncertainty. I had no proof, no money, no confirmation, just a word. But that one act of obedience broke the back of fear in my life. Provision showed up in ways that defied logic. People I'd never met began reaching out with opportunities that aligned perfectly. That's how the supernatural operates. It responds to faith, not logic. Chosen one, your mandate comes with divine funding. This next phase of your journey will not be sustained by your own strength or resources, but by the supernatural flow of heaven. You are walking into a season where effort gives way to ease, where what once drained you will now deliver to you. God is funding your mission, because it carries kingdom purpose. You won't have to chase what's already assigned to you. What's yours is being magnetically drawn to your obedience. You've spent too many nights worrying about how things will unfold. But God is saying, stop worrying about the how and start focusing on the yes. The provision is not waiting on the plan. It's waiting on your obedience. The moment you take that first step, the heavens will release what's been held up. Resources, ideas, favor, and divine helpers will align in perfect sequence. Remember the Israelites, their delay cost them decades. What was meant to take days became a lifetime because they paused when God said, "Move." Don't repeat their cycle. Don't let fear become your wilderness. You are not called to wander. You are called to walk in victory. Chosen one. This is your moment to break every pattern of hesitation. Don't second-guess the call. Don't wait for perfect clarity. Perfection was never the condition for movement. Obedience was. Heaven is announcing over your life right now that time is fulfilled. The moment is here. So step forward, not in fear, but in holy confidence. Heaven's eyes are on you. Angels are aligning around you. The oil on your life is active. Move and watch how quickly the impossible bends to your faith. This is not just a call, it's your confirmation. Move now. Chosen one. When God releases a mandate, he never leaves it empty. There is always provision attached to the instruction. What he commands, he also completes. You are not stepping into this new season unprepared. You are stepping into something already finished in the Spirit. The moment you said yes, heaven began to rearrange the atmosphere to favor your obedience. Doors that were once sealed are already unlocking. People who once ignored you are being stirred to remember your name. Provision that was once hidden is being redirected toward your purpose. But here's the secret that most overlook: divine assignments require divine focus. The moment you say yes, distractions multiply. It's not coincidence that old habits, past relationships, and unexpected obstacles try to resurface right when you're on the brink of breakthrough. It's spiritual resistance. The enemy is terrified of your movement because your obedience will destroy cycles he has built for generations. You carry the authority to end what has plagued your bloodline. That's why this call feels heavier than before, because it is holy. When I first learned to discern this, it changed everything. I stopped fighting distractions with emotion and began confronting them with authority. Every time I felt resistance, I remembered resistance is proof of progress. The pressure you're feeling right now, chosen one, is not punishment. It's confirmation. Heaven is stretching you because your next level requires capacity. God isn't testing you to break you. He's preparing you to carry more. This is where your boldness must arise. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead lives inside you. That power doesn't shrink in the face of difficulty, it expands. Boldness is not arrogance. It's divine confidence anchored in knowing who sent you. When you walk in, that authority doors don't just open, they obey. Creation itself recognizes the sound of someone walking in divine assignment. Mountains shift, atmospheres realign. Heaven responds. Chosen one. Your yes is about to set things in motion that you won't even need to chase. Favor will start to locate you. Ideas will pour in like a rushing river. You'll find yourself being invited into spaces you once prayed for. And when people ask, "How did you get here?" your answer will be simple: obedience. Don't wait for external confirmation when you've already received internal conviction. The same Spirit that called you will guide you. It's not your job to map the whole journey. Your job is to step. The light will come as you walk. I know it takes courage to act when logic says wait. But the mandate over your life is not logical, it's supernatural. You've been chosen to walk by revelation, not routine. And when you do, you'll witness the miraculous unfold before your very eyes. This is your activation moment. The winds of heaven are shifting. The sound of your yes is echoing through realms. Move now, chosen one, not because you're ready, but because you're called. Chosen one. Let this truth settle deep in your spirit. Obedience is the bridge between revelation and manifestation. It's the invisible thread that connects heaven's promise to earth's reality. God's word does not fail, but it waits for agreement. Every time a chosen one says yes, the unseen becomes seen. The miracle takes shape. The prophecy becomes flesh. You've wondered why certain prayers haven't yet manifested. It's not that God said no, it's that heaven was waiting for your movement. The power was always present. It just needed participation. That's how divine partnership works. God doesn't need your perfection, but He requires your alignment. The moment you align your step with His command, things that seemed impossible start bending toward you. I remember standing at a crossroads once. One path looked safe, the other uncertain. Logic screamed for comfort, but my spirit whispered, "Go." When I finally obeyed, everything changed. The provision I'd been praying for was waiting on the other side of my obedience. I didn't have to force it, I only had to follow. That's how God works. He hides the provision behind the instruction. Chosen one, what you're about to walk into will not be the result of striving. It will be the reward of surrender. You've spent enough seasons trying to figure it all out, trying to make things happen in your own strength. But this next level will come through flow, not force. When you surrender control, you make space for God to demonstrate His glory. You become the vessel, not the architect. And hear me, surrender is not weakness, it is power under divine authority. The world teaches control, but heaven teaches trust. That's why surrender feels strange at first. It's counterintuitive. But every act of surrender positions you for supernatural acceleration. God cannot fill what pride still holds. When you let go of how you thought it should look, you make room for how God designed it to be. Chosen one, you've been equipped for this. You are not walking into a mystery, you are stepping into a script already written. Every struggle you faced, every delay, every unanswered prayer was training for the assignment now unfolding. You were never behind. You were being refined. That's why certain doors stayed closed. That's why certain people were removed. The pruning was preparation for power. Right now, heaven is aligning divine assistance around you. Angels are being dispatched. Conversations are being prepared in rooms your name has never entered. And while you can't see it yet, the pieces are coming together in silence. You're standing in the threshold between hiddenness and release. The delay is over. The unveiling has begun. Don't underestimate this moment. What looks small now will multiply once you move. The seed of obedience always produces a supernatural harvest. And that harvest doesn't just feed you, it feeds nations. Your obedience is bigger than your blessing. It's the bridge to someone else's deliverance. Chosen one, this is the moment to lift your head and say, "Yes, Lord, use me." You don't have to see the full picture. You just have to take the first step. The rest will reveal itself in divine sequence. Heaven has already declared your success. Now it's your turn to agree. Move with courage, move with reverence, move with holy expectation, because when you step out, heaven steps in. Chosen one, there is something sacred happening in your atmosphere right now. You might not see it yet, but heaven is rearranging the pieces in your favor. Every delay that once frustrated you is turning into divine precision. Every disappointment that once made you question your worth was actually a redirection toward alignment. You are walking into a season where nothing is wasted, not the pain, not the silence, not even the confusion. God is using it all to position you for impact. I know what it feels like to question the timing of God, to stare at your prayers and wonder if heaven has gone quiet. I've been there in those waiting rooms where faith feels fragile and obedience feels heavy. But I can tell you this: every time I obeyed when it didn't make sense, I watched miracles unfold that I could never have engineered. That's how divine timing operates. It looks delayed to human eyes, but right on schedule in the spirit. Chosen one, heaven's clock is striking now. You're not late. You're right on time for the release that's been reserved with your name on it. The mandate you carry has been incubating under pressure, and now the seal is breaking. This next phase of your life will not look like striving, it will look like fulfillment. You will feel the weight of waiting lift off your shoulders. The restlessness you've carried will transform into holy rhythm. This is where faith meets motion. You don't need a detailed map, just direction. God doesn't reveal the entire staircase, only the next step. But when you take that step, the ground forms beneath your feet. That's what it means to walk by faith. Each movement you make in obedience releases new provision. Each word of trust spoken in uncertainty builds your spiritual equity. And I want you to remember, this provision is not limited to money. The true wealth of heaven flows in wisdom, favor, and divine partnership. When God funds your assignment, He surrounds you with the right voices, opens invisible doors, and breathes supernatural endurance into your soul. You'll begin to sense His presence even in mundane places, the grocery store, your workspace, your commute. Because once you align, every environment becomes holy ground. Chosen one. This is not the season to shrink. The enemy wants you quiet, timid, and hesitant because he knows your voice carries authority. But heaven did not anoint you to whisper. It anointed you to declare, to decree, to shift atmospheres. Every time you speak with faith, the unseen world listens. Every time you move in boldness, chains begin to break. You may not feel qualified, but that's exactly why you were chosen. God delights in using those who depend entirely on Him. Your weakness is the perfect stage for His strength to perform. You don't need credentials, you need conviction. You don't need applause, you need alignment. Heaven is not looking for performance, it's looking for partnership. So rise now, anointed one. Lift your head, square your shoulders, and walk as if heaven itself is marching beside you, because it is. The same power that split seas and silenced storms is flowing through your obedience. You have been assigned. You are being elevated. You are walking into divine territory where miracles will become your normal. This is your confirmation the wait is over. The move of God has begun. Chosen one. Every great calling comes with a refining fire. Before God releases you into visibility, He strengthens you in the hidden place. The season you just came through wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Those nights you cried, those doors that slammed shut, those people who misunderstood your heart, all of it was part of a divine setup. You were being stripped of the unnecessary so that only purpose would remain. Heaven wasn't ignoring you, it was constructing you. You had to learn how to walk without applause, how to pray without proof, how to believe without evidence. And because you didn't quit, you've qualified for what comes next. This new chapter requires a stronger version of you, the version that trusts without trembling, that moves without needing confirmation from people, that knows obedience is its own reward. You have been approved in silence, and now the unveiling begins. Chosen one, your mandate carries weight in both realms. What you release through obedience reverberates in heaven and manifests on earth. That's why this next move must be made carefully, prayerfully, and boldly. You are not just representing yourself, you are carrying heaven's agenda. Every step you take, every word you speak, every seed you sow has ripple effects you may never see, but heaven counts each one. Let me tell you from experience, the moment you truly surrender, everything changes. When I finally stopped trying to control the outcome, miracles started meeting me halfway. I didn't have to chase them. They began to chase me. Provision found me, people were sent to help, and doors I didn't even knock on began opening in sequence. That's the mystery of divine flow. It cannot be forced, it must be followed. Chosen one. The supernatural is waiting for your full cooperation. You've carried glimpses of this destiny in your spirit for years, maybe even decades, but now what was once a whisper is becoming a command. Heaven is saying, go, and when heaven speaks, the earth must rearrange itself around that word. You are not going to chase blessings anymore. Blessings will follow you because of what you carry. The authority on your life is real. You will begin to notice that your words carry weight. When you speak, peace, chaos will calm. When you declare breakthrough, barriers will crumble. That is not arrogance, that is kingdom identity. You are a carrier of divine power. You are God's voice in motion, His instrument of change in a trembling world. Do not be afraid of being misunderstood. Those who are not assigned to your calling will not grasp it. But those meant to walk beside you will recognize your sound immediately. You don't need to explain yourself when heaven has already endorsed you. The anointing on your life speaks louder than explanation ever could. So take this moment as your commissioning. Heaven is confirming your readiness. The oil on your head has matured. The season of obscurity is closing, and the season of manifestation is opening. The waiting room has turned into a launch pad. You are not behind, you are right on time for your divine debut. Chosen one, rise now in holy confidence. You've been tried, trained, and trusted. The same God who called you is walking with you. Step into the mandate fully. What once felt heavy will now feel like wind, because heaven is carrying you forward. Chosen one, this is the moment heaven has been preparing you for. The training, the pruning, the seasons of silence, none of it was random. Every tear, every loss, every closed door was preparing your spirit to handle the weight of what is now being released. God doesn't hand holy mandates to those still addicted to approval. He entrusts them to those who have learned how to stand alone with Him. You have been through enough wilderness to recognize His voice in the wind. That's why this word finds you. Now you're ready. The divine mandate on your life is more than an assignment. It's a covenant. Heaven didn't call you to survive. It called you to establish, to bring heaven's order into the places that have known only chaos. The light in you is not meant to decorate. It's meant to dominate. That means there are systems, atmospheres, and environments that will begin to shift the moment you step in. The presence you carry will interrupt cycles, expose deception, and release peace. You are not walking into this next season empty-handed. You're walking in with spiritual authority. Chosen one, hear me clearly. Your obedience has unlocked a supernatural transfer. Resources are being reallocated. The wealth of heaven is aligning with your purpose. What you once lacked is now locating you. Opportunities, partnerships, and favor are converging in divine rhythm. You've been wondering where the provision will come from, but the truth is, it's already been dispatched. The angels assigned to your destiny have been moving behind the scenes, connecting the invisible dots that will soon form your visible breakthrough. I've walked through this myself. I know what it's like to step out on nothing but a word and then watch God turn that word into a foundation. The moment I stopped asking when and simply said yes, things began to accelerate. People I'd never met suddenly reached out. Ideas came in the night. Finances appeared through unexpected channels. It was as if heaven had just been waiting for my surrender to start the flow. That's what's about to happen to you. This isn't about luck, it's about alignment. Divine timing is like a river. When you move with it, everything flows. When you resist it, you feel the current pulling against you. Right now, God is inviting you back into the current. Don't fight it. Let go of fear. Let go of the pressure to have it all figured out. When you yield, grace takes over. And yes, this will shock people. Some will wonder how everything shifted so suddenly in your favor. They'll try to calculate what can't be counted, the favor that comes only from God. You won't need to defend yourself or explain your success. Your life will preach the sermon. The transformation will speak louder than words. Chosen. 1. The time of hiding has ended. You are stepping into visibility, not for attention, but for assignment. The same oil that kept you alive in the shadows will now cause you to shine before kings. The call is not coming, it has come. You are standing in it right now. Walk as one who knows they are sent. Speak as one who carries heaven's authority. Act as one who has already won. Because you have. This mandate is your moment, your mission, and your movement. Heaven has released it, now you must release your yes. Chosen one. Breathe this in, you have crossed the threshold. The mandate has been activated. The very air around you is shifting to accommodate your next level. You may not feel the change yet, but heaven is already rearranging your reality. The things that once resisted you are beginning to yield. The doors that refused to open are now recognizing your authority. What was once withheld is being released. This is what happens when a chosen one moves in divine obedience. The world begins to respond to your alignment. Right now, heaven's economy is backing your mission. Provision is coming from unexpected places. You will see money move, but more than that, you'll see power move. Influence, ideas, and opportunities aligning with divine precision. You are not entering a season of striving, you are stepping into supernatural flow. The grace that follows obedience is unlike anything you've known. It accelerates time. It redeems what was lost. It multiplies what was meager. I know the feeling of standing at the edge of the unknown, wondering if the leap is worth it. I've stood where you stand, trembling, unsure but aware that heaven was calling. And every single time I obeyed, I saw evidence that God had gone before me. People I didn't expect became helpers. Pathways I couldn't see appeared out of nowhere. The impossible bent to faith. That's what's about to happen for you, chosen one. You are about to witness divine orchestration so seamless that you will know only God could have arranged this. This is not the end of your struggle. It's the beginning of your stewardship. The assignment doesn't just bless you, it trusts you. You are being entrusted with influence, with spiritual authority, and with resources that carry purpose. Handle them with reverence. Every blessing has a mission attached to it. The finances coming are not just for comfort, but for kingdom impact. You are not just being elevated, you are being deployed. Chosen one. The earth is hungry for what you carry. The world has heard noise, but it's waiting for your sound, the sound of conviction, clarity, and courage. When you speak from obedience, creation responds. When you move in faith, the impossible bows. That's why you cannot stay silent any longer. The kingdom advances through your voice, your creativity, your boldness. The same spirit that hovered over the waters at creation now hovers over your destiny, ready to bring forth manifestation. Don't worry if you still feel unqualified. The greatest miracles are birthed through trembling hands. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's movement in spite of it. When God chose you, He already accounted for your weakness. You are not a risk, you are a revelation of His power. Heaven delights in using those who depend fully on Him, because that's where glory can't be shared. Chosen one, this is your commissioning moment. The trumpet has sounded, the heavens have declared it. Your mandate is active, and your obedience has opened the floodgates of provision. Every delay ends today. Every resistance crumbles under the authority you carry. Step into this new era with holy confidence, not arrogance, but assurance. You are covered, you are equipped, you are chosen. And now, move not tomorrow, not next week, but now. The divine plan is waiting for your motion. The world is about to witness what happens when heaven funds obedience. Go forth, anointed one. Your yes has shifted the atmosphere forever. Chosen one. This is your Kairos moment, the divine hour heaven has written with your name on it. You are no longer waiting for alignment. You are standing in it. The transfer has already begun. The winds of heaven are moving in your direction, and what was once delayed is now accelerating toward you. Anointed one, go forth with holy confidence. The same spirit that called you is now empowering you. Every step you take from this moment forward carries divine backing. You are not moving alone. Angels are walking beside you, favor is surrounding you, and provision is following you. Let gratitude be your posture, and faith be your language. Heaven has sealed your mandate, and the earth will soon bear witness to your obedience. Stay anchored. Stay expectant. Stay faithful. If this word resonated in your spirit, declare your yes in the comments. Share this message with another chosen one and subscribe to stay connected to this prophetic flow. Your time is now. The mandate is active. Move forward, fully funded, fully favored, fully chosen.